Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day because I'm about to spoil it. If you love Hololive Volume number 2, if you have not heard, there are some people that have been asking me, you know what, Big B, what is going to be the reprint color? Is it going to be in gold or is it going to be in silver? Well, the actual answer is neither because Bushiroad has canceled it. Yeah, I didn't think most people would have saw that one coming because I didn't. I mean, it's freaking Hololive. How can you be canceling the reprint to this? So just a little refresher. This came out on August 4th, 2023. 145 types of normal type cards and 247 parallel and full of VTuber goodness. Take a look at all that. I made a video not too long ago, about 4 months ago. Ooh, let me zoom in there. Weiss Schwarz Hololive Volume 2 Booster Box Reprint. Buy it now. That was to let you know that, hey, by the way, reprints are now open. Go and get them. But they're saying something about this was a gauge of interest and not confirmation of a reprint. And before you ask me, has this ever happened before? I remember hearing the line about gauging interest before. I don't remember what it was about or what context. I feel like it was about reprints. So I've heard that line before, but it just has fallen away at this point. But this is a big one. I mean, it's Hololive. There was a lot of people that were interested in it. There were some people that were new that purchased it. I know because they told me. I didn't see the receipts, of course, but still. I am actually really surprised by all of this. And if you can see in this box, I have this little stopper on here and say, don't buy it now. One listing for $2,000 for a case. And congratulations, there's still one case out here for $2,000. Now, other people put it up for sale, as you could see right here on this beautiful chart. Let me zoom in. So there have been some sales recently of this for $16.98, $16.98, $16.99.99. Now, I will say, that's probably because those people thought that there was a reprint coming and it was going to look exactly the same as the original because, nothing came out that said it was going to be in silver. And unfortunately, I guess it's profit is profit, right? You got to take profit where it can be. But at this point, if they're not reprinting this $2,000 number here, probably going to be an interesting one to see if someone buys that relatively soon once this news comes out. Booster boxes, $118.28. And I guess that's where it's just going to be because there's no reprint coming. Now, I will say, why is there no reprint coming? As popular as I guess Hololive is, there are two explanations on this. One, there is a new booster box that came out on the Japanese side. You can see this video right here. It's called a new Weiss Schwarz Hololive booster box 4 months ago. Interesting timing, right? 4 months ago, we got a Volume 2 reprint news, anyways. And then 4 months ago, we got this, a new Hololive booster box. And I say kind of because if you don't remember what happened on the Japanese side, here it is. This is the Hololive Production Volume 1 and Volume 2 Remix. Now, what they did here was they jammed Volume 1 and Volume 2 into a booster box. So they took this nice looking blue box right here. And also, let me go back one more step for you. Volume 1 is right here, this blue box, and they made it green. But I guess you could say you could have made it darker green because blue plus blue equals darker blue, but we end up with this. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, is this just better? Because if you miss Volume 1, if you miss Volume 2, you could get Volume 1 plus 2. Kind of in a way, because what you're going to notice, you see all these VTubers on this box. I know it's very, very blurry. I'm not oblivious to this fact. What you're going to notice in this list down below, or if you look through the pictures, there are some people that graduated and they are no longer in the set. Okay, so like Volume 2, you might be missing a Rushia. Yes, that you could have gotten from the original first volume. So you have to take those into consideration. But I guess if you've never owned Volume 2 before, and as long as your VTuber is still in there, this is an option that you can choose. The other downside of it, they added generations to Volume 2. So if you're only interested in certain generations or VTubers, well, you are out of luck because what this effectively does, if you don't get it, I was telling my wife this last night, this dilutes your chances. And because right? If you want a certain one and it was only in number 2, right? What you would have done was bought volume number 2. But if they do release this version out onto you, your chances, like, I'm not going to do the odds of it because obviously there's different numbers and all that, but let's just say 50-50. Box 1, volume number 1, volume number 2, inside the same box, your odds of pulling that certain volume number 2 person just got a whole lot worse. Unless they do a thing where they split it 50-50, but who really knows? But still, your chances just got smaller because now there are more cards inside of this thing that you were expecting when you just bought this separately. Okay, that's the difference. They did cut some cards, I believe, but it's just for those VTubers, but still, you get my point. When you're on volume 2 dedicated, you get volume 2 cards. If you got volume 1 box, it's just volume 1. You get volume 1 and volume 2 together, not so good. That really stinks. By the way, option number 2 here. We have Hololive official card game, so something could have happened with this one. Just throwing that out there. Oh yeah, by the way, new product, JP, coming out on some day into the future. It was December. It's not even here. It's not even here because this is in English. Well, it's coming at some point in December. Sorry, this is early in the morning. But I don't really believe it's the Hololive official card game. I honestly believe it's this. And the reason why I believe it's this is because Hololive, there should have been a bunch of interest. There should have been no problem reprinting this. If they could reprint Kaguya trial decks, they could easily reprint Hololive volume number 2. I cannot believe it. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. I'm losing my freaking mind. But in the end, I still think it all has to do with this because why? Why do you believe this Big B? And it's because I think about sealed collectors. And I think that if you wanted a proper sealed collection, you have to buy this box. It's in green, it's volume 1, it's volume 2, it's completely different. Right? I think you have to have it. And then you have the different box art on top with all the different people in it, minus some VTubers. I think that's true. And I also believe some people are going to buy this irregardless. But in my mind, if this gets announced, it will pretty much tell me everything I need to know that they didn't want to cut into sales of Volume 1 and Volume 2 Remix. Again, it has not been announced. I'm just throwing this wild guess out there for everybody to hear. That's just my opinion. You could get a bunch more sales of it. So we'll see what happens in the future, but I will say this is going to be very interesting. I actually did not look at Hololive Volume 1 booster boxes, but just think about this. If you want that guarantee of getting a certain card now, you might want to get it. Or at the very least, if they don't even make this box, this is it. This is your supply. Unless people start opening some boxes, here you go with volume number 2. But if they do reprint that, then you know what? In a little bit of time, whatever a little bit of time actually means, you will see more supply come in the future. It's really if you want to gamble on it or not. Who really knows? But here's volume 1 booster box, $90 at this point. What is a case? Let's see. That would be so much stuff for Hololive. $1,187.05 plus $24.99 shipping. Now this gives you a lot of food for thought. I wish you best of luck. I will also say, if you are just not specifically a Hololive lover, then you have your options right here. You could take that money and do something nice with it, like buy another set. You could buy another TCG. You could take your family out to eat, or you could just, I don't know, put it into some stocks or bonds or CDs or something. Like, save the freaking money. I swear, all of you need to make a budget. And if you already have a budget, congratulations, you're amazing. But if you don't have a budget, make a budget, please, please. For the love of God, make a budget. But as always, if you need to reach me for any way, see my descriptions down below. If you email me, this is just my reiteration. If you email me, it may take a few days because people write really long emails. Not that I don't like that. I'm just saying it takes a while to write back to you because of all the questions. But as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.